This might be the last time you get a chance like this. Remember, September is a month that's full of red, but they don't call up October for no particular reason. I have been giving you guys X's every single video I dropped. If you look here at my watch list, I have 19 coins that I'm watching. Every single one of these coins, I gave them to you guys early. And you guys already made multiples. Some of you guys 2x, 3x on all these calls. Today, I'm going to give you guys some older calls because some of the coins have already 2x and they dipped a little bit. And I'm also going to give you some new ones I haven't mentioned before. So make sure, guys, if you want to 10x possibility, even at the worst case scenario, 2x, you're going to want to make sure you watch this video and understand what exactly is happening and why it's important that you invest wisely. Now, once again, this is not financial advice, but I do want to give you guys the quick rundown that we have a very, very high win rate when it comes to the YouTube videos that we post out. I think I'm almost 100% on at least 2xing your profit. So with that being said, let's dive right into the video. Now, one thing I want to mention, and I always like to do, is I want to make sure that whenever you're trading, you're saving money on gas fees, you're trading fast, and you're doing it on a platform that works not only on mobile, but works also on PC. That, guys, is Bullix. Link is down below. Make sure you guys join, trade with that app because it'll let you sell buy limits and sell limits, which are extremely important for trading these type of coins. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. So let me give you guys a perfect example. If you watch my previous video, the last video I made like 1 or 2 days ago, I literally told you guys that this was a beautiful entry point for this particular token. All right. What happened a couple hours today in the morning? This happened, guys. All right. It went from 20 mil. Some of you guys that got in at 18, 19 mil, go watch my video. And it ran up all the way to almost 180 mil. It actually hit 180 mil. Okay. Think about the multiples you got there. All right. Think about the multiples. If we pull up the price chart here, you're going to see that the multiples, all right, from here to here look very nice. Look very nice. If you would have put $1,000, you'd be happy right now. You'd be a happy camper. If you would have put 500, you'd be a happy camper. 100, you'd be a happy camper because you would have made some really good gains there. And that is the type of plays I give you guys not only here, but also on via X and also on TG. If you guys want to join me there, get into these plays fast, early, and also get into some gamble plays because we do like to gamble a little bit. Make sure you guys follow me on X and also my TG. Links are on my X and description down below. Now, let's talk about the coins I personally think have a exponential potential of 10xing, 5xing, at the worst case scenario, 2xing. Okay, so we're gonna be taking a Wolf. As you guys know, I have been a very adamant about Wolf. I actually, if you watch my one of my earliest videos I made, I told you about Wolf about right here. Right, that was a 10 mil. It ran up all the way up here. Okay, we were to see the price range here. Once again, you're looking at an entry. Let's say you didn't get in at 10, you got in like maybe at 38, and you ran it all the way up here, guys. Those are some nice gains, boys. Those are some nice gains. Whether you put 1,000, 2,000, whatever you put in, those are some nice gains. Now, of course, in another video, I'm going to explain why this happens to all the charts. So you're definitely going to want to make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm also going to make a video on how to invest properly and how to make sure you're constantly winning. So you want to make sure you don't miss those videos. But with that being said, currently right now, this is sitting at a 13 mil market cap, right? 13 mil market cap. Now, on my previous video, I would say like maybe a week ago, I did mention Wolf again, and I mentioned it when it was at 10 mil, and it ran back up to 20 mil. So that's just like a quick little 2x right there that you would have been able to get there, sell, and then buy back in here at this 13. Now, I personally believe since it's in that 13 range, I think it dips a little bit more between that 12 mil and that 10 mil range. I ideally think that's a very good entry that you would like to consider, and that's kind of would be like where I would be buying back in or buying in within that rotation, because that range does look pretty healthy. So once again, I'm looking to get into anything we're here right now. It's sitting at 13, so I'm looking for this entry right here between 10 to 10 to, let me make this bigger for you guys, within this range of 10 to where it's at right now. Even at 15 mil, I still think it's a good extra entry. I still think that at the worst case scenario, this gets to 30 mil. I do think that on October, September, around those ranges, guys, November, we are going to see this spike up very, very nicely. So you guys are definitely going to want to make sure you write this one out. So this one I mentioned before, I did want to mention it again. Another one that I never expected to be calling at this particular range, because I did call it at this range right here, which was at 23 mil. It ran up back to 40, so that's a nice little 2x right there. But if you bought here and you sold up here, this entry right here of this 17 mil range, I think it's like a very golden opportunity. This one right here, this 14 mil range would have been perfect. I don't see it dropping within that 14 mil range. Maybe testing the 15 mil range once again. But I think anything for this one in particular, for anything, guys, below this threshold, that is kind of where you want to get in. Okay, so anything within the range, I would say of kind of where it's sitting right now, to be honest. Whoops, that's a next. Here we go. Anything within this range, guys. Anything within this range. Let me delete this real quick. Wow. Okay. Anything within this range right here. Okay. Anything with this range of this 13 mil to 18 mil range, I think it's ideal because you are going to be able to bounce back up. So you will be able to at least 2x. Now, the potential of these coins, guys, we're looking at crazy potentials, right? So for Billy, it ran up to 239. Now, I could give you multiple examples of coins that have done identical to what this has done, and they break an all-time high. Okay, so it's just a matter of a waiting game and seeing how long that's going to take. And one of the best examples I could give you, and this is a coin that I actually called here on the channel prior to this one, which is this one, Jinin. This one, guys, I literally told you to buy it right here at this 9 mil mark, okay? And it's sitting right now at 28 mil, all right? So that's kind of where it ran up to. So if you would buy here, you would have been up more than 2x. So that's a perfect example of what I'm mentioning to you guys, that these coins, yes, they might be, a little bit down right now, but just give it some time and you will 2x. I actually always post on TG when these do, when you get that 2x mark, and as you see, people are still buying because they know, they understand, and you want to make sure you get in with that range. All right. The next one I want to mention is this one, which I've been literally telling you guys about ever since, I'll tell you right here, ever since right here. One of my first videos was making this call at this range right here, which was roughly 19 mil. And this ran up all the way up to 161 mil, okay? So I literally told you, buy right here. If you go, it was one of my first videos that I made. And you got some really nice multiples, right? So I mean, with these calls, like this, like, to be honest, like with the calls I make on YouTube, I personally believe that this channel should have way over 10,000 subscribers. Bro. I'm telling you right now, because I am literally like a print machine. Like, you guys are printing so hard with these calls, like it's not even funny. Okay, so if you don't have friends and family that are not in here, get them in here, boys. So check this out. 15 mil to all the way up here, right? That is some crazy numbers. If we put the price range right here, I want to give you the price range so you guys can get an idea of how much you guys are missing out on, not getting in the red, because that's where you make the gains. All right, check this out, guys. Look, runs all the way up to here, right? So that's some massive gains, guys. That's some massive gains literally within this. I call this like around, when was this? April, and this happened in June, so almost a month. All right. Actually 2 months, and it's just a matter of you being able to hold. That's just literally what it is. But these are conviction plays that I personally feel like do really, really well. I've been telling you guys to kind of be buying the dips on this one on my TG and on my X account ever since it hit all the way to rock bottom right here, which is like the 9 mil, 10 mil. Right now it's sitting like at 18 mil. That's already a 2x. Like, you could have gotten it out and re-entered again. So once again, Tramp is another one that I recommend. So now to talk about another one that I called really, really early, which was here at this little dip right here. I called this on my other channel and also here on the YouTube channel. Called it at this 17 mil drop. It ran up to 80. So you got some nice little multiples right there. All right. A nice little 4x, 5x. And it's now currently dipping again. So for this one, right now it's sitting at this 30 mil range. I do expect this to drop just a little bit more. So I wouldn't enter right now. I would just favor it or save it. And then I would look to enter around this range right here. So let me show you guys exactly what I mean. So I'm looking for an entry point of something around here, which would put me roughly at the 25 mil. So 25 mil. So like around here, let me see if I can bring this down. So that 20, I would say anything from 25 to the, oh, let me move this up here. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, here we go. Anything from this, I'm gonna say, if it drops to 15, bro, that's that. I would love it. It drop 15. I don't think it's gonna drop 15, but anything from 15 to this 20 mil range, I would suggest it's definitely a good buy-in. Okay, even at the 23 range, I would say it's a pretty good buy-in, because this will bounce back up, and I believe this will break all-time highs. All-time high is 136, but I'm actually waiting for a dip here. I'm waiting for this, 20 mil to 15 mil range buying, and this is going to go up again. So this might be actually the bounce back, but I doubt it. I might see another like little spike up here to this 40 mil, and then another dip here where it would be our buy entry. How long that's going to take? It could be a day or two, or maybe a week, but I would definitely keep an eye on this one. So this is smoking chicken fish, I think, right? Yeah, smoking chicken fish. All right, now on to the new one, which is called Snoofy. Now Snoofy is a very interesting token because this has a very, very good potential of breaking the all-time high either this week or the following week. Currently right now, it dipped down all the way to 10 mil, which would have been a perfect entry. Right now it's sitting at 11 mil from the time of me making this video. I do expect this to have a nice little bounce back and have a nice dip. I'm looking for an entry of this 8 mil range. That would be my ideal entry for you guys. So let's make this right here. So I'm going to say here, anything from this 8 mil range to this 10 mil range is where I'm looking to buy. It could potentially dip more to like the 5 mil range. Highly doubt it because the community does push this token very strongly. So I do feel we will get something within that 8 mil to that 10 mil range. And I do expect this breaking all-time high either this week, next week, or at least one of the fastest ones that would push really high. Be just based on the way it's consolidating and how good the community is behind the actual token. The next one we're going to be talking about is Kobe. Now Kobe, very interesting one here, guys. I actually called this one on my channel. I actually called this at, I think it was 700, and this one ran all the way up to 7 mil. So as you guys see here, that's a nice big gain right there. This one I believe I called it on either on X or my TG. It's one of those two. Right now I had a nice little dip here of 1.5 mil. I'm looking for an entry on this one. As you see, they're not letting it dip. So I'm looking for maybe another potential dip of 1.5. And then I do see this at least 2xing. So this one, I'm not so like super committed that this is going to go like super duper high and break that 20 mil range. But I do think it breaks the all-time high again. I just don't know where the bounce back is at. In particular, 2 mil would be a very good entry, but I'm looking for anything under that. All right. So I'm looking for anything that I could do that would be under that. So what I'm going to recommend is if you're able to get into anything between the mil and the 1.5 mil, that would be a beautiful entry point. For me personally, I feel like that would be like kind of where you want to come in, right? So you want to come in here at that 1.5 right here. Let me put this right here at 1.5. You want to come in here at this 1.5 range. And does it hit 3 mil? Yeah. So does it break all-time high? I think it will. I just don't know how fast it's going to be. It's very hard for me to tell you guys. It's one of these tokens that, could do, it's not like a Tramp or a Wolf that, or Billy that, or the chicken smoking fish that, in one day could literally just go ahead and break all-time high. This one that has a pretty good team following it, a pretty good community behind it, but it's been in a downtrend. I don't know how long that downtrend is going to happen. So that is definitely one to keep an eye on. The other one I'm calling right now, and this I haven't called in my channel. I've been a little bit hesitant, but yes, guys, the person actually running this token, which is Iggy Azalea, she's been actually putting in the work. And when I mean putting in the work, she'd be working for her bags. I haven't seen many celebrity tokens do not only this well, but that the actual celebrities actually working for their bags. And I do have to give a shout out for that, and definitely call this one, because right now I think it's at a bargain, guys. I think it's at a bargain currently right now, just because of the month we're in. Right now it's sitting at 33 mil. Potentially, right now this would be a really good buy-in, just because this coin could literally be here and do this in a matter of hours. Okay, so you don't know when this is going to happen. It could literally go and do this in a matter of day. So you don't know with this token. Okay, this one, the highest has gone to 300. Right now it's sitting at 33 mil. Anything, I would say anything below 40 mil to me is a very good buy zone because you will 2x regardless. As you see right here, it hit 90 mil. So anything that could 2x you, you're in a pretty safe spot. This 33 mil range is actually pretty good. Ideally, of course, I would want to buy underneath 30, right? I don't know if that's going to be happening, but I'm going to make a big one right here. So anything from here, I'm gonna say even to like right here, guys. So this one has a big buy-in zone. So if you're looking to get into this one, like if you're watching this video and it's still within this buy-in zone, good potential here of this one actually giving you a 2x right here, right? And the good thing about this one actually run up any minute now, any second. You don't know, we don't know, but eventually it will run up. Now the gains on this one, guys, if it 2x, it goes here. Now if it wants to go parabolic and go 4x, 5x. You want to enter with size on this one. So, anything with 5 solar or higher should give you a nice return there. But yeah, this one, you can just put a bunch of buy orders. Basically what you do is you go here, go to buy, set a limit and say, you know what, if this dips right here, I want to buy at 28. If this dips right here at 30, I want to buy at 30. If this dips, at 33, lower than 33, I want to buy there. And, eventually you can put a buy order, say, you know what, if it goes higher than 34, I want to buy in because I don't want to miss out if it starts spiking in, right? So you can literally set these buy orders by using bullets. Just go here, buy, hit limit, and it's the amount of SOL you want to buy. And bing, bada, bing, you're ready to go and go with a mother. Now, the next token I want to talk about is Daddy. It's funny because it's mother and daddy, right? So Daddy is the Andrew Tate token. He pushes it very heavily. He wears the shirt. He rocks the brand. So a really good token as well. I do see that currently right now in the month we're in, this is the reason it's consolidating, consolidating horizontally. And this has a nice consolidation right here at that 40 mil range. Ideally, you wanted to buy in that 30 range, kind of like where Mother was at. I see we got that dip, bounce back up to a 2x, and then now we're at 40, right? So it's going to be the same thing with the entry point here on this one. You're going to be looking at the same entry point. So anything below, anything below 30 is almost like a gift, right? So eventually here, I'm looking to enter within that 44, 45 range here. Anything within here, if this has a nice little dip, that's where you would like to buy in because eventually you're going to 2x. Now, how fast this happens, it could be a day, could be a week, could be a month, but eventually it's going to happen, right? It's going to be one of those plays that you want to hold in for a little bit, but Daddy's one that you definitely want to keep a track on because eventually this will run up. Will it break all-time high? I don't know. Will it come close to all-time high? That I can tell you yes. Okay, so that's one thing you got to keep in mind when you're trading these. Once again, not financial advice, but this is how I'm playing the game. I'm making sure that not only are you printing, I'm printing, but we're 2xing, 3xing, 5xing, even 10xing on these calls. I can tell you that out of all these calls, one of them is going to 10x. All right, one of them is going to 10x. And mark my words, save this video, clip it, whatever you want to do. We'll come back and check that out whenever it does. All right. So if you guys are not following me here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on X. Link is down below. Make sure you join our TG. We do some gamble plays there and some solid calls as well. We have a 92% win rate on every call that we make. Of course, we don't win all, especially on the gamble ones. Those are kind of hit or miss sometimes, but usually it's a 2x plus. We've hit a 10x this last week, and we're looking to hit another 10x this week as well. So make sure you guys hop in there and hang out. And don't forget to share with your friends. Sharing is caring, and happy printing.